This is everything you need to know if you're considering a stay at the Bright Angel Lodge at the Grand Canyon. In this video, I'm gonna show you around my cottage room here, then I'll show you around the property, tell you about the amenities of this hotel, and then I'll share with you my pros and cons and suggest whether you should stay here or not. All right, let's start with the room tour. And I am in this little cottage right here. There are 3 total rooms in this cottage or cabin, and I'm in room 6185. So this is the single queen cabin for a rate of $225 per night. We take a look here. There is the 1 queen bed, 2 small nightstands on either side. You'll notice I walked in through a screen door. That's one of the most interesting parts of this cabin or room is there's a screen door right there. And then there's a double door right here. So this door, you can unbolt the top and then you can just close the bottom like that, and now you get fresh air coming in through there. There are also windows that you can open. You can open these windows up and they have screens. So to open it, first you open the screen and then you turn it and then you push the window open and then you put the screen back in place. This is a connecting room, so you could probably get it with a second one. There's a big mirror right here on the wall. There is a mini fridge, coffee machine, ice bucket, telephone back there. This is the closet in the room. I've put some of my jackets in there. It is not illuminated. Extra bed sheets in case you're cold. The room has heat, but no air conditioning. So there's heat down there on the floor, and then there is a ceiling fan right up here. But on a hot day, I feel like this room could get pretty warm. And the final part of the room is the bathroom right here. Small sink, really no place to put stuff on the sides of it. They put a small glass shelf right there. There is a small bathtub and a faucet up there. Shower head, it is too late at night and I've driven too long to get here. And then the toilet over here in the corner. Nice, there is a window. If you smell up this bathroom, you can open the window and let the smell right out. Now that we've seen around the cabin, let's check out the lodge property in the day. So for perspective, my cabin is over there. This is the main parking lot out in front. This is the lobby to the Bright Angel Lodge. And this is where you'll check in. You'll also check in here for the Thunderbird Lodge just to the right. Since it's all individual cabins, you don't walk in from here really to your rooms. You come here and check in and then you go park and get to your room. So interesting double doors as you come in to keep the heat out or the cold out or whatever it is. This is the front desk right here, kind of that old school feel since this is almost 100 years old now. You can check in here for bus tours and mule rides, Phantom Ranch reservations, which is the place all the way down at the bottom of the canyon. They have an old historic carriage here in the lobby. There's a fireplace in the back. And over this way is the breakfast lunch restaurant, the Harvey House Cafe. They're closed right now because it's between lunch and dinner, but you can see for breakfast, you can get things like omelets and pancakes. Similar menu here as at the El Tovar, just prices here are a little cheaper. There's a gift shop here where you can pick up all of your Grand Canyon swag, maybe get a stuffed mule to take home with you, or perhaps a water bottle if you didn't bring one. And then just out the back door here is the canyon itself. So you can see it's one of the great parts about where this is situated is you are literally on the rim of the Grand Canyon, and then this is the rim trail itself right here. There is what they call it, the fountain out here. So this serves kind of like a quick serve breakfast and lunch. It's basically open in the morning until lunchtime. But if we poke our head in here, oh, they're not open today. Well, maybe because it's the day after Christmas. When they are open, breakfast and lunch is what they serve. And then just up the hill a little bit from the soda fountain is the Arizona Steakhouse. This is a kind of high-end steakhouse that's open for dinner. You get a ribeye steak for $40, $50, something like that. And right over here, this is the Thunderbird Lodge. And then just up the hill, A little further is El Tovar. Okay, now heading back inside the lodge from the same door that we came out of, they have a sign here that says the Bright Angel Lodge was first constructed in 1885, though the current one was designed in 1935. It definitely has this interesting, unique Native American paint job. There's a soda machine in here that, as far as I can tell, doesn't work. Back at that front desk again, and then as we come down this way is the Bright Angel History Room. And so in here, it's like a little museum where you can learn about like the history of the Bright Angel. And then there's the sign, the Bright Angel Lodge and Coffee Shop, which it's now that Harvey House. There's like a cool old cash register here, something like that. Oh, don't touch. Good news, I didn't touch it. All right, and there's a couple of restrooms over here if you had a long drive and you need one in the lobby before you go to your cabin, which turns out I did because it was a long drive to get here. And then to get to all of the cabins, if you're in the rim view cabins, you'd go out this way, or if you're in the cabins that I was in, you would actually probably get in your car and drive. So here, the Buckey Lodge, we use our, oh, my key card doesn't get me into this one. Interesting. Okay, well, the Buckey Lodge that I couldn't get into are these cabins right here, probably because I didn't pay enough to get ones with the rim view. My key card does get me into the Powell Lodge, which is the one with ice. So some of them have rim views, though on the website they say rim views can't be guaranteed. But I would say if you got one of these, that would be really, really quite nice. I'm going to show you inside the cabin that has ice, because those are also the ones that have shared bathrooms. Okay, so just a few feet down from where we were, there is the Powell Lodge right here. There's a set of rooms that are in here, and my key card did indeed work in here. So coming in here, these rooms all have shared bathrooms. So if you're in these rooms, there's no bathrooms in the room itself, but instead you would use the shared bathrooms that are right out here. And if you're looking for ice for your room, you'll find the ice dispenser for the whole hotel in the Powell Lodge. Oh, and the restrooms are just restrooms. The shower is a separate facility right here. This little room is the shower. It's a shower for one. You can see the shower right over there. Oh, and if you're wondering, is there just one shower room? No, there's more. There's a few more individual shower rooms, and there's also one that has a bath too. Okay, so now coming out of the Powell Lodge brings us to the kind of the center of the historic cabin area. In total, there are 90 rooms, or 90 of these that you can reserve. Some of the best ones, like the fanciest ones, you have to like call them to make a reservation. So not all of them are bookable on the website, which is interesting. So there's a lot of parking here. This is right along the rim trail, and you can park along there. And then the buildings, you can see there's like usually about 3 rooms in each cabin. So your room might be on the outside, your room might be on the inside. There's this like little meandering path that gets you around to all of the cabins. And then the con, if you were in the room like mine, is mine has like no parking right in front of it. So I actually brought my car right up to it, unloaded my stuff, and then went to park. Oh, and this is the Bright Angel trailhead right here. So if you want to hike the Bright Angel Trail, you are literally steps to it from your room. Yeah, and this room's mine right here, and you'll notice how close the cars come by, so it is right by the road. You know, at nighttime it was pretty quiet until people started waking up and started driving again, because not super well insulated. And housekeeping has their vacuum in front of my room, which tells me it's checkout time soon. Where did I park? So then I just parked in the main lot for the lodge, which was right over there, because there was no place to park in front of this thing. Okay, so now that we've seen everything around the hotel, it's time for my room review, where I tell you the pros and cons, talk about is it worth it, and give you my Topher review on a scale of 1 to 5 Topher. So my traveling panda Topher has come to join me for this. So the first one, in order to answer, is it worth it? I have to tell you how much I paid for this. $229 per night for the 1 queen cabin room. If you stay in some of the other ones with shared bathrooms, they're gonna be less. If you stay in some of the bigger cabins, then they're gonna cost more. And so now the question is, on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers, how many Tophers does the Bright Angel Cabins Lodge get? It's gonna get 3.5 Tophers. All right, so now we'll talk about the pros and the cons of why it got 3.5 Tophers. All right, so first, the pros. Well, the location is fantastic. The fact that it is right on the rim of the Grand Canyon is really amazing. You can walk out of your room and within 2 minutes be on the Bright Angel trailhead. That is really great. The price is also right. This is one of the cheapest accommodations in the Grand Canyon. It's even cheaper than many of the hotels in Tucson, the town just like out of the park entrance. So I am definitely, the fact that the price is low is how this also got 3.5 Tophers. Location and price, those are the 2 biggest pros. And I guess the third pro is that like it's unique, it's historic, you know, it's like these 100-plus-year-old lodge, these, you don't often stay in a cottage like this, or at least I don't often stay in a cottage like this, and so it was kind of neat. I slept reasonably well in the room. What are the cons? First, if you're here in the summer, no air conditioning, that's gonna be rough. Second con, the parking setup, just kind of weird. But this is like a general national park thing. If you're staying in Grand Canyon National Park, there's no dedicated hotel parking. It's all shared parking. Anybody can park in it. And so if you're coming in the busy time, you might find all the parking's full. So my pro tip is come at night to check in once everybody's left, and then just leave your car here and take the shuttles around. That solves the parking problem. Really the biggest con for me was like the thinness of the walls from these old constructions. And so I had a connecting room. I could hear everything from the connecting room. There were older kids in one, and the other one wasn't connecting, but there was a baby somewhere and they were crying, and it's not their fault that they were crying, and there's cars driving by because my cabin was right next to the road, and so it was not the most peaceful slumber. Also, the bed sheets, not that fantastic. They're not like soft, fluffy duvet comforters. They're basically like a fleece sheet with white sheets on the other side. So kind of one of those like heavy bedspreads, but not a fluffy light comforter that keeps you warm. I guess most of the year you don't need to be warm, but in the winter you do, because it's quite cold. The heater worked well, but not in the bathroom. Bathroom was super cold, and so that explains the heater that was in the closet. I put that in the bathroom to warm the bathroom up. All right, so now the question is it worth it? Is it worth $229 a night? I'm gonna emphatically say absolutely worth $229 a night to have a prime spot in the Grand Canyon, not have to worry about coming in the gate, the traffic, driving in from someplace. There's just something amazing about going to sleep here and waking up and then getting to explore. And so the question is, should you stay here? If you're totally cool with the rustic accommodations and you sleep like a rock, then you should absolutely stay here. Or you don't care about sleep all that much, or you think you might get lucky. What is that sound? That's the train sound. It's also right by the train tracks. Luckily, they don't blow their horn all that much at night, so that was quiet. Another video you might enjoy watching is my review of the El Tovar Hotel. You'll find that right here. That is the fanciest hotel in the Grand Canyon. Maybe decide, do you want to stay here, or do you want to stay at the El Tovar? And if you are coming to the Grand Canyon, then you might want to check out my Grand Canyon travel guide, where I'll tell you everything you need to know about coming to this amazing national park. Well, fellow explorers, as usual, we won't say goodbye, because we'll see you in the next video.